Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-2 of May-June 2020. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we have variables x and y are such that y equal to sine x plus e to the power of minus x. So use differentiation to find the approximate change in the value of y as x increases from this to this value, where h is small. So we have to find the approximate change in y is equal to, it will be dy by dx at x equal to pi by 4 times h, where h is a small change in this value of x. So we have to find dy by dx when x equal to this times h. So let's do this step by step. So let's first find dy by dx. So dy by dx will be, we have y as this, so dy by dx will be cos x minus e power x. Now find the value of this when x equal to pi by 4. So that will become cos pi by 4 minus e power minus pi by 4. So let's find out. So first thing, we know pi is 180, divided by 4 is 45, so cos of 45 minus e to the power of, it's minus pi divided by 4. That will be 0.5251. So your answer will be, from this we know that change in y will be 0.251 times h. So it will be this. So this is your answer for part 1. Now for part B, do not use a calculator. So whenever you see that, you have to show all the steps of your work of how you find the answer. So the point, this is the point, lies on the curve. This is our curve. Find the exact value of p, simplifying your answer. So as you know, this will be our x and this is our y. So we have to find the value of p by replacing these two in this equation. So p is equal to y, so p is equal to 10 plus 2 root 5 divided by x squared. X squared will be 1 minus root 5 squared. So now let's simplify this on the side. What is 1 minus root 5 squared? It is 1 squared minus 2 root 5 plus root 5 squared, which is 1 minus 2 root 5 plus 5, which is 6 minus 2 root 5. So now replace this back here. We'll have p equal to 10 plus 2 root 5 divided by 6 minus 2 root 5. So now this is the value of p, but we have to simplify this more. So whenever you have something like this, you can always multiply by its conjugate. So 6 plus 2 root 5. This is called the conjugate of this number. So if you multiply the denominator by this number, you also have to multiply the numerator by the same number. So now we can simplify. So let's do this one first. So 6 this times 6 plus 2 root 5. It is the same as a minus b and a plus b, which you guys know equals to a squared minus b squared. So same thing, it will be 6 squared minus this square, which is 36 minus 20, which is 16. So the base will become 16. Now for the top, we have to simplify. So p will be, first 10 times this, you'll have 60 plus 20 root 5. And then plus this times this, you will have 12 root 5 plus 4 times 5. And all this divided by 16. Now if you simplify, here we have 60 plus 20, that will be 80. And 20 plus 12, that will be 32 root 5. Divided by 16. Now 80 divided by 16, that is 5 plus 2 root 5. So your value of p is equal to 5 plus 2 root 5. And this is your question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. So find the values of k for which the line this and the curve this have two distinct points, so intersect at two distinct points. So first thing, you have to solve them simultaneously. So you have y here and y here. Replace. You have x minus 3 equal to kx, so k square x square plus 5kx plus 1. Now let's send everything on one side. You will have k square x square plus 5k minus minus 1 bracket x, and we have plus 1 plus 3 and we plus 4 equal to 0. So this one looks like our normal equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c. As you can see, a will be this, b is this, c is this, right? Now since they meet at two distinct points, we know that it has to be more than the discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac, has to be more than 0, right? But first let's find the critical values of k. So critical values, let's say b square minus 4ac, so b square is this square minus 4 times a, which is k square, which is square already, times 4. And let's do equal to 0 to find the critical values of this k. You'll have 25k square minus 10k plus 1 and minus 16k square equal to 0. Now if you simplify, you will have 25k square minus 16k square, that will be 9k square minus 10k plus 1 equal to 0. Now let's factorize this one. You will have 9k and k. 1 is 1 times 1. For it to be minus 10 has to be minus minus. So k will be 1 over 9 and k will be 1. These two will be the critical values of k. Now you have to look at this curve here. As you can see, this curve here looks like in this shape, right? Because it is positive, you will be looking in this shape. So for what value of k? So this value here is 1 over 9. This value here is 1. We need this to be more than 0, so we need to be above this line. So it needs to be more than this value and less than this value. So k will be less than 1 over 9, and you can say k will be more than 1. So these will be the values of k for which intersect at 2 points. And this is question number 3. Now let's move on to question number 4. It says the three roots of this function p of x equal to 0, where p of x equal to this or this one. So these three are the roots of this equation. So where x equal to half, x equal to n, and x equal to this. So since we have the equation, since we have the roots, we also have the factors. So what are the factors of this? So from this we derive p of x is equal to x minus half, x minus n, and x plus n. This will be the factors of p of x. Now we can rewrite this as, so x minus half can also be written as 2x minus 1. So let's do that. That will be 2x minus 1, x minus n, and x plus n. Now let's expand this. We will have what? So let's do this one first. Here we have, this will become x squared minus n squared. And here we have, one by one, we will have 2x cubed minus 2n squared x minus x squared plus n squared. So rearrange this, we'll have 2x cubed minus x squared minus 2n squared x plus n squared. So that will be our p of x. So now we have to find the value of n, right? So we have to use this information. It says the y-intercept of the graph is 4. It means that this value here, so y-intercept, what does it mean? It means that at y-axis, the value is 4. So basically the curve cuts the y-axis at the value 4. So at x equal to 0, the value of y is 4. This is what it means. So x 0, y is 4. Replace, you will have 4 here, and the rest will become 0, 0, plus n squared. From this we have n squared is equal to 4, so n will be equal to 2. So since we know the value of n, we can replace here, so p of x will be 2x cubed minus x squared. So 2 squared will be 4, so minus 8x plus 4. So this will be your equation for p of x. It looks a lot like this one, like 2x cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus c. It looks in the same form as this, where a is equal to minus 1, b is minus 8, c is 4. This is your p of x. And this is question number 4. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Solution to this question by drawing will not be accepted, so we have to use our formulas and algebraic solution. So the points A and B are given by these points. Now part 1, find the equation of the line L, the perpendicular bisector of the line AB. So you have to know that, let's say for example AB, this is the line AB. Now we have to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line. So one thing you should know is that the perpendicular bisector, it goes to the midpoint of AB, exactly at 90 degrees. So let's first find the midpoint of AB. So midpoint will be given by x1 plus x2, that will be 16 by 2, and then y1 by y2, that will be minus 4 by 2. So you have to plus those two, and those two divide by 2. That will be 8 and minus 2. So let's find the gradient of AB. This will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That will be minus 10 over 8, which is minus 5 over 4. So from this we can find the gradient of the perpendicular bisector. That will be minus, the reciprocal of this one will be 4 minus 5. That will be 4 over 5. So this will be the gradient of the line, the perpendicular bisector of line AB. So since we have the gradient and we have the passing point, we can find the equation. So y minus minus 2 divided by x minus 8 equal to 4 over 5. Now we cross multiply. This will give me 5y plus 10 equal to 4x minus 32. Now make 5y the subject of formula. You will have this equal to 4x minus 42. So this will be the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line AB. That's for part 1. Now for part B, the line parallel to AB, which passes through the point this, intersect L at point C. Find the coordinates of C. So if you have a line parallel to AB, it means that this line has the same gradient as AB. So what is the gradient of AB again? It is minus 5 over 4. And we have a passing point which is 5, 12. Let's call this line the line L. So find the equation of the line L. That will be, since we have a point, so y minus 12 over x minus 5 equal to minus 5 over 4. Now we cross multiply, becomes 4y minus 48 becomes minus 5x plus 25. So 4y equal to minus 5x plus 25 plus 48. So simplify again, that will be minus 5x, and then what is 25 plus 48? That will be 73. So if you simplify this, so this is our equation of the line L. Now we are trying to find the point C where the line L intersect. Oh, I see. So we cannot give it the same name. Let's give this line the name of N. The line N intersect the L. L is this line. So we have to solve those two simultaneously. So here we have 2 points. One point is, now we have 2 equations. This is the first equation, and this is the other equation, which is 5y equal to 4x minus 42. That's my second equation. So we have to solve them simultaneously to find this point C. So let's make, we have this already, so we have y equal to minus 5x plus 7, 3 divided by 4. Now replace y in this one, you will have 5 times y divided by 4 equal to 4x minus 42. Now multiply by 4 everywhere, you will have minus 25 here, plus, what is 5 times 7, 2? 7, 3, 365. Here you have 16x, and here you will have minus 42 times 4, that will be 168. So if you simplify, you will have 25 plus 16 on one side, that will be 41x equal to 365 plus 168. So 41x will be 365 plus 168, 533. So value of x will be divided by 41, that will be 13, and the value of x, sorry, the value of y will be given by minus 5x plus minus 5 times 13 plus 73 plus over 4. So minus 5 times 13 plus 73 divided over 4, that will be 2. So the point C will be given by 13 and 2. That's your point C. And this is question number 5. So let's move on to question number 6. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve at the point where this equal to this. So give your answer in this form, where a and b and c are integers. So you know x is equal to this, find the value of y. From this we'll have tan 2x will be pi over 8 plus 7 divided by 2. So let's find out. Pi is 180 divided by 8 times 2, 45. So tan 45 is 1 plus 7 divided by 2. That will be 4. So y is 4. The passing point is pi by 8 and 4. Now we have to find the equation of the tangent. So we first have to find the gradient of tangent. So gradient of tangent is dy by dx at x equal to pi by 8. So let's first find dy by dx. So y is equal to, so first we have to find y. Y is equal to tan 2x plus 7 divided by 2. That's y. So dy by dx will be, we'll take out the half, you will have sec square 2x and then times 2. This is 0. So it becomes, this one goes away, you will have sec square 2x. Now this will be your dy by dx. We have to find dy by dx at x equal to pi by 8. So what is sec square 2x? You should know it is 1 over cos square 2x. So replace this here, you will have 1 over cos square 2 times x, which is this value. Let's see what we get. So pi is 180 divided by 8 times 2 cos of answer square, that will be 1 over 0.5, which is 2. So dy by dx at this is equal to 2. Now to find equation, since we have the gradient already, we have the point as well. The point is this, which is x and y. That will be y minus x over, sorry, y minus 4 over x minus pi by 8 equal to 2 over 1. Now you can cross multiply, you will have y minus 4 equal to 2x minus pi by 4. Now you have to give your answer in this form, which is ax minus y equal to pi over b plus c. So ax, that will be ax minus y. So send y over here, you will have 2x minus y. You have pi over 4 minus b. So this will be, so minus c, minus 4. This will be in the same form as this, and this is your equation of your tangent. Now moving on to part B, it says this tangent intersects the x-axis at P and the y-axis at Q. So one by one, we know that at x-axis, the value of y is equal to 0. So replace here, we'll have 2x equal to pi by 4 minus 4. So x will be pi by 8 minus 2. That's your value of x. Now at the so your point P will be pi 8 minus 2, 0. That's the point P. Now point Q is the y-axis. So at y-axis, we know x is equal to 0. So from this, same thing again. So 0 minus y equal to pi by 4 minus 4. So y becomes 4 minus pi by 4. So that's your point Q. Q will be 0, 4 minus pi by 4. So now question is, we have to find the length of PQ. So we can use the formula. So length of PQ will be PQ square root of, this is x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So we can just do 0 minus x1. So x2 minus x1, you will have square, and then plus y2 minus x1 square. So if you solve this in the end, let's see what we have. You will have pi divided by 8 minus 2 square plus 4 minus pi over 4 square, and square root of that will be 3.59. So the length of PQ will be 3.59 for this value of PQ, and that is question number 6. Let's move on to question number 7. So giving your answer in its simplest form, find the exact value of this. So pretty easy. You should know that this is equal to 10 ln of 5x plus 2 divided by 5. And then we have limits of 4 and 0. So this becomes 2. So we have 2 ln. That will be 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 2 is 22. Minus 2 ln of, this is 0, that will be 2. Now we can take on the 2, we have 2 outside, you will have ln of 22 minus ln of 2. Now minus becomes ln of 22 divided by 2, that will be 2 ln of 11. So this will give you ln of 11 square, which is ln of 121. So this will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, we have integrate this one. So whenever you have this, let's say you have e power a and power 2. This is the same as e 2a. So same thing here. If you have e 4x plus 2 power 2, it's the same as a, that will be e 8x plus 4. As you can see, it's pretty easy. So same thing, let's do this here. Replace this one, expand the brackets, you will have e8x plus 4 dx. Now integrate, you will have e8x plus 4 divided by 8. Then you have ln 2 and 0. Now you can try to replace those values. The first one will become e8 ln 2 plus 4 divided by 8 minus e, and that will be 0, that will be 4 divided by 8. You can take out this value first. Let's say we take out 1 over 8, you will have e ln 2 power 8 plus 4, and then minus e power 4. So now if you know this, this is the rule of indices when you have something power. So ln 2 power 8 is what? So 2 power 8 is 256. That will be 256. So when you have plus, it is actually multiply e power 4. Now we have minus e power 4. we can take out e power 4. You will have e ln 256 minus 1. So now you have to know e power ln is equal to 1. So you will have 1 times 256 to become 256 minus 1, which is 255 times e power 4. So this everything here becomes this one. So your answer is 255 over 8 times e power 4. So this will be your exact value for this integral. And that will be question number 7. Now let's move on to question number 8. So we have to solve this equation for the range of x from 0 to 360. Now, so one thing we know that from our formulas, you can see here that 1 plus cot square a equal to sec square a. So from this we have cot square a is equal to cosec square a minus 1. So we can replace cot by cosec in this equation. So let's do that. So 3 times cosec square a minus 1. It is x, so cosec x minus 1 minus 14 cosec x minus 2 equal to 0. So now let's expand. You will have 3 cosec square x minus 3 minus 14 cosec x minus 2 equal to 0. Now we can simplify. You will have 3 cosec square x minus 14 cosec x. So minus 3 minus 2 minus 5 equal to 0. Now this one is just like a quad equation, but if you are confused by this, we can just say let u equal to cosec of x. You will have 3u squared minus 14u minus 5 equal to 0. So we can just factorize this equation. You'll have 3u times u. 5 is 5 times 1. So 3 times 5 is 15. It needs to be minus 15 plus 1 for us to get minus 14. So u here will be minus 1 over 3 and u will be 5. Now u is cosec, so cosec x is equal to minus 1 over 3 and cosec x equal to 5. As you know, cosec is actually equal to 1 over sin x. Now replace back here, sin x will be equal to minus 3 and sin x will be equal to 1 over 5. So now the value here is more than 1. So it is, so you will have error here. So this is not a valid solution. So you will not go through. So we can test. Let's test. So sine inverse of minus 3. Error. So it is not good. So we can only use this one. So for the value of x which is positive, it will be, this is solution and this will be your solution. So let's do that. Sine inverse of 1 over 5, that will be sine inverse of 0.2, that will be 11.5 and it will be 180 minus 11.5, that will be 168.5. So your value for x will be 11.5 and 168.5. That is part A. Now moving on to part B, we have this. We have to show that this equal to this. So we have to start on the left hand side. As you can see, cot, what is cot? Cot y is just, we know cot is 1 over 10. Right. So if you replace this here, you will have sine 4y, sine power 4y minus cos power 4y divided by 1 over tan of y. Now if you simplify this, it will become tan y times sine power 4y and cos power 4y. So how can we solve this? So let's see what can we do here. As you know, we know that we know cos square y plus sin square y equal to 1. Now what we can do is we can try to replace this value, replace sine. So sine square y is equal to 1 minus cos square y. Right. Now here we have sine power 4, so we have to square this one. So square this one, you will have 1 minus cos this square. For this become sine power 4y. So what is this value here? This will become 1 minus 2 cos square y, and then plus cos power 4y. So we can replace this one back here. Let's see what we have. So tan y is the same, and sine power 4y is equals to 1 minus 2 cos square y plus cos power 4y minus cos power 4y. So as you can see, these two will cancel out, and we have remaining this one. Now if you expand the bracket, you will have tan y minus 2 tan y cos square y. So now what is the value of y of tan? Tan is given by sine y divided by cos y, right? Now if you replace this here, you will have tan y minus 2 times sine y over cos y times cos square y. So this one cancels out. Now if you just rearrange, you will have tan y minus 2 cos y sine y. This is shown as required. Okay, same as this one. So this will be question number 8. Now let's move on to question number 9. Solve this equation. So here we have 9 power 5x, 27 power x minus 2. So from observation, you should know that 9 can also be written as 3 power 2. 27 can also be written as 3 power 3. How about this one? Of course, this one you won't know normally, but from practice, you will know that 243 is actually 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 5 times 3. So 3 power 5. Replace this back, you will have 3 power 2 times 5, that will be 10x, divided by 27, that will be 3, that will be 3x minus 6, equal to 3 power 5. Now if you simplify this one, you will have 3 10x minus 3x plus 6 equal to 3 power 5. Now since we have the same base, we can just cancel out the base. You will have 10x minus 3x plus 6 equal to 5. Now 10x minus 3x, that is 7x, equal to 5 minus 6, which is minus 1. X will be minus 1 over 7. That is your value of x. Now let's move on to part B. Part B, you have this equation where log of base a square root of b minus half equal to this. Now you have to solve to find b. So to find b, you have to know that because here we have different bases, the first step is to make them become the same base, right? So what can we do here? We can choose to have a base of a, for example, right? So a, this is actually power half minus half equal to log of, so if you want to make this become a, you have to do log of a over log of a and b. So for example here, I will just explain on this side. So if you want to convert b, if you want to change this base to a, you have to do log of a, and then that will become divided by log of a and b. That's how you convert this to the same base. Now what can we do is we can send this half to the front. You will have half of log of a b minus half equal to this thing right here, which is so what is log of a is equal to 1 and divide by log of a b. So let's replace this. This is kind of confusing. Let's replace this. So let x equal to log of base a b. So if you replace this, you will have half x minus half equal to 1 over x. So what can we do now? We can just cross multiply. We can multiply everything by x. For example, you will have half x squared minus half x equal to 1. Now we can multiply everywhere by 2. You will have x squared minus x equal to 2. Rearrange this, you will have x squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Now you can just factorize this one. You will have two brackets, x here, 2 is 2 times 1. So for us to get minus 1, you have to be minus 2 plus 1 equal to 0. So x will be equal to 2, x equal to minus 1. So now we have to go back to our initial value. So x is equal to log a base 8 of b equal to 2, and log base of b, a base equal to minus 1. So here the question says we have to find value of b. So solve for b. B is equal to a power 2, or b is equal to a power minus 1, which is b squared, and this is 1 over a. That's the values of b, this and this. So that will be question number 9. Now let's move on to question number 10. The first 5 terms of a sequence are given below. So in part 1, find the 20th term of this sequence. So now first thing we have to see is what kind of sequence is this. So by observation you will see that this is a geometric sequence. You have to multiply by minus 0.5, minus 0.5, and minus 0.5 at every turn. So basically your common ratio is minus 0.5. Now the first term is a equal to 4, and since this is a geometric term, we can use this formula, which is u of n equal to a r n minus 1. So u of n, the term of n is equal to a times r n minus 1. So we are trying to find the 20th term, so u of 20, that will be a, which is 4, times r, which is minus 0.5, and minus 1 will be 19. So let's find that value. So let's do this one first. So minus 0.5 power 19 times 4, that will be minus 7.63 times 10 power minus 6. So this is your answer for the 20th term. Now moving on to part 2, explain why the sum to infinity exists for this sequence and find the value for this sum. So the reason why it exists is because the value of r, the magnitude of r is less than 1, which means r is less than 1, or less than is between those two values. That's why it exists. That's why you can say that's why sum to infinity exists, because the value of r is between minus 1 and 1. That's why. Now find the value of this sum. So again we go back to our list of formulas. So for geometric sequence, the sum to infinity is given by this formula, which is s infinity, it is a 1 minus r. A is 4 divided by 1 minus 0.5, which is 4 divided by 1.5. So if you rewrite this as a whole number, it becomes 8 over 3. So if you want to, you can always just do that. 1 divided by 1.5, you will have 2 2/3. So these 3 values are okay. That should be your answer for part A. Now let's move on to part B. It says the 10th term of an arithmetic progression is 15 times the second term. So basically the 10th term, so u10 is equal to 15 times the second term. So now we go back to our list of formulas. You see that for arithmetic progression we have this formula given to us, which is term of n equal to a plus n minus 1 times d. So let's replace this here. We'll have the 10th term is equal to a plus n minus 1 is 9, d equal to 15. Second term will be a plus 14d. right? That will be your first and second term. Now you can always expand those values to find to simplify this into simpler terms, right? So that's our first equation. Now the other one, it says the sum of the first 6 terms is equal to this. So again, here we have a formula which says sum of the first n terms equal to this. So we have to use this. So S of n equal to half n 2a plus n minus 1 d. So we have S of n of 6, the sum of the first 6 terms is equal to half times 6 2a plus n minus 1 times d is equal to 87. So now if you simplify, this one goes away, you'll have 3. So 87 divided by 3, let's see what do you have. 87 divided by 3, you have 29. So you have 2a plus 5d equal to 29. That's our second equation. So let's try to simplify this one and see what we get. So the 10th term is given by a plus 10 minus 1 is 9d, and this term is given by, sorry, this one is a mistake here, it will be just 2 minus 1, now will be d. So if you simplify this one, you will have a plus 9d equal to 15a plus 15d. So simplify, you will have 14a plus 6d equal to 0. So let's make 2a the subject of formula. So 2a is equal to 29 minus 5d. Right. Let's use a different color here. So 2a is equal to 29 minus 5d. So 14a is equal to 7 times 2a plus 6d equal to 0. So 2a is equal to this. So 7 times 29 minus 5d plus 6d is equal to 0. Now if you expand, 7 times 29, that will be 203 minus 35d plus 6d equal to 0. So what is this 2? Minus 35 plus 6, that will be minus 29d equal to minus 203 if you send this one over here. Now the value of d will become minus 203 divided by minus 29. So minus 203 divided by minus 29, that will be 7. So the value of a will be 29 minus 5 times d divided by 2, which is 29 minus 35 divided by 2 minus 3. So the question is to find the common difference of the progression. So common difference is d, which is d equal to 7. That's the common difference of the progression. Now for part 2, for this progression, the nth term is given by this. Find the value of n. So un is given by 6990. As you can see, the formula for un is given by this, which is a plus n minus 1 times d equal to 6990, and we have to find the value of n. So a is equal to, first term is minus 3 plus, and we don't know, minus 1 times d, which is 7, equal to 6990. Now from this we have n minus 1 times 7 equal to 6993. So n minus 1 equal to 6993 divided by 7. So 6993 divided by 7, that will be 999. So n will be 999 plus 1 equal to 1000. This is the value for n. Okay, so that will be question number 10. Now let's move on to the last question of this paper. So question number 11, let's see what we have here. So we have the circles with center C, C1 and C2 have equal radius. So they have the same radius R. The line C1 and C2 is the radius of both circles. So this is the radius as well. This length is R as well. C1, C2 is R as well. Now, it says the circles intersect at A and B. So question part 1, it says, part 1, given that the perimeter of the region is given by this, find the value of r. So how would you find the perimeter of that region? You will do this side plus this side will be equal to 4 pi. So now let's see what can we do with this shape. So first thing I want to do is I can draw a vertical line exactly between C1 and C2, right? And then from that I can connect C1 to A. So now what can we derive? So you would see that this is a 90 degrees, it is a right angle triangle. So what is this side? This side is also the radius r. Now since C1, C2 is r, half of that will be r divided by 2. So let's find this angle here. What is this angle here? Right? So let's take out this triangle. You will have a right angle triangle. So we call this alpha. We have r here and r by 2. So we have to use so, ka, and toi. Right. Now to find this angle, we know this side, which is the adjacent side, and this one is the hypotenuse. So cos of alpha is equal to the adjacent side divided by r, which is half. So alpha will be cos inverse of half, which is, so let's do that, cos inverse of half will be 60 degrees, which is pi by 3. Now for this angle is pi by 3, what is the size of this angle right here on the big one? Of the big one, that should be pi by 3 times 2, which is 2 pi by 3. This big one will become 2 pi by 3. So as you have seen, the perimeter is equal to 4 pi. So how would you find this length? How would you find the length of arc AB? So arc AB is equal to r theta. We don't know the value of r is r. Theta will be this angle here, which is 2 times this, which is 2 pi over 3, is equal to the value of AB for this arc for one side. Now the perimeter is this side plus this side, which is 2 times AB. So perimeter will be 2 times AB, which is 2 times 2 pi over 3, r equal to 4 pi. Now if you simplify, you will have 4 pi over 3 r equal to 4 pi. So 4 pi cancel out, you have 1. Now you cross multiply, r will become 3. So the value of r is equal to 3. Okay, now the next question is part B. Find the exact area of that region. So how would you find the area? So as always, we have to break this one into two parts. So this area of this region is exactly this area plus this area, which is the same. So this area times 2. So how would you find this area right here? You will find this by using this angle. You first have to find the area of sector and then minus area of the triangle. So let's do that. Area of sector, that will become half r square, which is 3 square, and the angle is 2 pi over 3. That's the area of sector. Let's simplify. You will have 2 cancels out. You will have 3 pi. That becomes 3. Yeah, 3 pi for area of sector. Now what is the area of triangle? That will be half sine of the angle 2 pi over 3 times 3 power 2. 3 times 3. So 2 times 180 divided by 3, sine of that angle, divided by, so times half and times 9. That becomes 3.897. So to find the one side here, this side, it will be this area minus this one. So 3 pi minus answer, that will be 5.52766. Now this is only for one part, one side of this shape. So we have to find this one as well. So luckily this and this are the same. We can multiply by 2 to find the area of the region. So times 2, that will be 11.1 or 0.55 if you want to, but correct to 3SF, it will be 11.1 centimeter square for the area of the shaded region. Okay, so that will be question number 11. That was the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful, and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.